The views expressed on this program are those of the producers and individuals appearing on this program and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Sun Prairie Media Center staff, its video service providers, or the staff and elected officials of the City of Sun Prairie.
You are now listening to the Allen and DJ Show on 103.5 FM WLSP-LP, Sun Prairie, Wisconsin. We're here to talk about self-improvement, lifestyle, and becoming the very best version of yourself.
You're now listening to the Allen and DJ Show.
What are you talking about? No, Rambo the Deer is not staying with us again tonight. No, I'm not having it. Like, Bambi, I hear you. But Bambi, you're not listening to what I'm saying. We ain't go hunting for deer meat in like 3 weeks. Bambi, what are you talking? You know what, Bambi? I'm not dealing with him right now. You know what? I need a break. No. Because ever since Rambo the Deer been there, he been running things. I'm not gonna deal with this. I'll talk to you later. Bambi, I'll talk to you later. Man, it's making me sick, man. What's going on, man?
What's going on?
Oh,
you know the show. You know we on air, right?
Oh man, sorry about that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Allen and DJ podcast show from Milwaukee, Sun Prairie to all the surrounding areas. Sorry about that, guys. I got into a little scuffle, but my name is Allen.
And this is your boy DJ.
DJ, what's going on, man?
I'm good, bro. You okay, bro?
Dirty, no.
He had a nervous breakdown and everything.
Man, because she's driving me crazy. Bambi's driving me crazy. Let me calm my voice down. She's driving me crazy.
Okay.
Rambo the Deer eating up all the food in the house. Is using the bathroom wherever he want to use. He ain't buying no toilet paper. He ain't doing nothing. And then, I'm sorry. I gave your pizza to Rambo the Deer. Why you give him my pizza? You know that's all I had. God, I'm tired. You know, matter of fact, I need to cut them both off. I'm sorry, Bambi. I love you, man, but sometimes I feel like I have to cut you off. You want to stand on side of Rambo? You stand on side of Rambo, because I don't. Dog. That's it.
That's it.
That's it, DJ. Let's talk about it today.
Okay.
Let's talk about when it's necessary to cut people off.
Okay.
So without further ado, because I'm going through it so we can help each other out today, we're only going to kick this off to you the way that the Allen and DJ Show know how to kick it off to you. So let's talk about bullet point number 1, toxic relationships.
Oh, you got a lot of them.
Yeah. Ooh, we just got the phone, one of them.
Mm-hmm. No, but what toxic relationship does is it basically causes stress, anxiety, and emotional distress.
No, it's true because, man, it's like if a relationship is like emotional draining or if abusive or manipulative or like it makes you feel like just so like devalued, then at some point, you should consider cutting them off, but just to protect your mental and moral health.
Absolutely. And basically, like when you end these type of relationships, what you do is like you're protecting your mental health and your mental well-being, and you also reduce stress.
Yeah.
Your emotional freedom, and you also get to set the boundaries in the relationship as well by getting rid of those toxic relationships.
Because like sometimes like you have to make an example out of people. You know. So if you're dealing with somebody who's like bringing like a lot of toxicity into your life, you know what I'm saying? Then as much as like you don't want to cut that person off, sometimes you have to just to show the other people that she or he's not the only one. I can get rid of you next too if you don't play your position. Because like people might be like, man, they ain't cool no more, man. They ain't together no more, man. They were together for like 10, 11 years. What happened? Sometimes the relationships got too toxic and it ran its course. So you have to do what you have to do.
Absolutely.
And, bullet point 2, unhealthy attachments.
Oh, man. This is a good one, man.
And I hate this one, man, because I hate being here's somebody to attach to me. But DJ, break this down. Why is this important when it's necessary to to cut people off. Oh my goodness.
No, no. Basically, like what this does is like it allows you to focus on your own healing and stability rather than to be burdened by their pain and negativity.
Because people don't realize what they're doing. You know, like you okay. So this is this one example. So you can be in a grieving process, right? So like you're grieving. You're going through something that might have happened in the family. Then they've been bombarding you with their problems.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know what I'm gonna do. Little Trey ain't ate in 3 days. I need gas in my car. And then I didn't even mention they held back a week on my trip. Man, go on with all the sad stuff, man. I mean, I'm sorry for what you're going through, but if we just met, you're throwing too much on me at once.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, this going on, and then man, I just got certain people in my family. They're not doing well, and I don't know what to tell my sister because I'm just going through a lot, babe. I don't know what to. I don't know. Hey, look, I'm going through a lot too. You putting too much on me. So you ever dealt with people? You had a great day, and you come in and right away it's just like negativity, and you be like, "Dirty, I don't want to hear that."
All the time.
So during that talking stage, if you're not feeling like the connection is best, then it's better for you to end that relationship than allowing unhealthy attachments to keep on forming.
Absolutely. And by like releasing these attachments, like basically what you do is like it basically makes you move forward with more clarity and and clears your purpose.
For sure. And then that's why I say like if they're not holding you down, then they're slowing you down. Like if it's unhealthy and you feel like, dude, like this is really toxic, like we're really not getting anywhere, this is like not where it's at, end it. You saving yourself a lot of emotional distress and all that, end it. Because like the more you keep being with a person throughout the days and the years and the months, you can grow an attachment to that person, and that's why sometimes it be hard to get over a breakup. And we did a show on that before. Now, bullet point 3, sacrificing yourself for the greater good.
This is hard, dude.
How's this hard, DJ? Break it down, DJ. Break it down, DJ.
Basically, what happens when you sacrifice yourself to benefit others, like it's a selfless act, but you can also lose yourself in the process. Yeah,
because when somebody asks you to sacrifice a lot for the greater good of the relationship, sometimes it has to be a line drawn. Well, what do you mean by that, Al? So it has to be a healthy relationship that's not asking you to sacrifice your friends or, personal identity. So you might like the way that you go to the gym in the morning and, you go to the gym at a certain time and, you have a routine and, you're getting work done. Now, this hour or two right here, I'm working on my purpose. And then that's the time I eat my meals and all that. Or, these are my friends. Like, I like going out with my friends certain days of the week. You know what I'm saying? So, like, every other weekend, if I'm in a relationship, I should be able to hang out with a friend or hang out with the homies every other weekend if we just watching football. Like, we ain't bothering nobody. But she asking you to start sacrificing that, give all that up, and then you feel like you're losing yourself. That's what I mean by sacrificing yourself. Like, you don't want to do that. Like, if y'all going to sacrifice some things, y'all should sacrifice together.
Absolutely. And, like, you want to prioritize self-care first so you could be able to be there 100% for others or even your relationships.
Yeah. So like, I always say, when you starting off the relationship or, you starting off a friendship or anything, and, y'all getting to a point where now, things are starting to get a little exclusive. And y'all talking about, okay, what are we going to do to sacrifice for the greater good of this relationship? Excuse me. Now, if it's friends that you know is bad for you, they toxic, and you know that they don't have your back, and she see it, because like that don't mean that they're trying to stop everything that you got going on. Like they might can see what you can't see. Hey, yo, I hate to tell you that, but like your dirty Damon, he using you. You know what I'm saying? How? Like, okay, let me tell you how. And, you give her the story on, like, what's really going on, and then she really start to see it for herself, and she'll start opening up her eyes, and she'll be like, dang, you know what? he really do got my back. Versus somebody that's like, every time a person come around, like, they ain't no good. Okay, like, why you got a problem with everybody I meet? Or, he don't want you, she don't want you. Like, dude. Like, so that's what I mean by, like, you know, never sacrifice yourself unless it's, like, at a point where, like y'all both doing this together.
Absolutely.
And it's crazy. So now, DJ, let's flip this a little bit.
Flip it.
So let's go to the other side of the spectrum with this.
Okay.
So let me say it like this. When you don't have to cut people off, what should a person do when you don't have to cut people off?
Oh, yeah. And bullet point number 4 is when you have healthy relationships. And
Basically, to him, DJ.
And basically, like, when it comes down to healthy relationships, like, what it does is it basically builds better physical health, decreased stress, and increased lifespan.
Yeah, because, like, when you happy, like, everything inside of you is just, like, A1. Mm-hmm. And, like, when you have healthy relationships, they won't ask you to give up, like, the most important people in your life. Or, they won't ask you to, like, if anything, they want to help you maintain those relationships or help you maintain your friends or your family. So, let's say if you and your brother got into it and y'all been friends for, like, 15, 17 years. She might be the one that say, or he might be the one that say, hey, sweetheart, I know y'all been girls for like 15, 16 years, man. Go work that out. You know what I'm saying? That's a person that you don't want to cut off. Mm-hmm. Somebody say, hey, look, I understand how let's say your mom might even stole from you. You don't got to fool with her. That's your choice. I can't tell nobody what to do. But you still got to love her, though. That's still your mama. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all go have a conversation. Go work that out. Mm-hmm. And, if you need me to be there, I'll be there.
Absolutely. But, like, what it also does is it basically helps you heal quicker, which I didn't know that until, like, I did a little bit of research, and I'm like, oh, yeah, it actually does. And then, like, it also enhances your fitness and changes your habits and lifestyle.
Because, I tell people, like, when you're going through breakups, man, like, the best revenge is success.
Absolutely.
So, like, to me, like, the best revenge is to cut off people that is not necessary and like, not putting any value into your life. Like, if I'm going to do bad, then shoot, like, I can do bad by myself. So, those are the type of people that you don't want to cut off, the people who are bringing value into your life. The people who are, like, not bringing you stress. Mm-hmm. If anything, they're bringing nothing but just pure joy and happiness. I'm not saying every day it's going to be peaches and creams, sunshines and rainbows. No. But God darn it, though. We don't have to be sad all day long. Because I have people that are like that. You just like, I don't want to hear it. I just don't. And then bullet point 5, open communications.
Oh, yeah. This is key.
Well, how's this key, DJ? How's this key when you don't want to cut these type of people off?
Basically, it improves employee engagement, which can lead to, like, higher levels of, like, commitment and motivation to it. And when you do all that, it basically, like, increases your productivity in the environment.
That's cool, man. And I like that because it's true. Because if, like, you and your partner or, whoever that you're in a relationship with, and, like, to me, I feel like open communication helps you and your partner get on the same page, whether if it's about rules, boundaries, communications about, like, maybe, like, expectations that you have for this relationship. And most importantly, it helps you to prevent the needs to cut ties because, y'all can always work it out. Like, I'm not a big fan of, oh, man, dog, it ain't go my way. I'm done with this, man. I give up. Because, no, man. Like, dirty, like, that ain't what we on.
Yeah.
So, like, let's be adults about this. So, let's say if I wronged you, or, Will, let's say if I did you wrong, 7. Okay. Sit down and then, like, let's have a talk like men. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you feel like it's getting a little hostile, then, okay, look. Let's agree to disagree today. We'll come back to this conversation tomorrow.
Absolutely.
But, we got to have an open communication and an open discussion about what's going on so we can get to the root of the problem so we can make sure that this doesn't happen again.
But what it also does, too, Al, is it enhances trust, man. And it drives organizational success by promoting honesty and collaboration.
That's good, man, because, you know, like when you having like open communications about things that you have like expectations for, and you see that, you know what I'm saying, okay, this my guy right here, you know, like, man, my dirty never crossed me. I had expectations, he had expectations for me, or, man, you know, this baby girl, you know, this Bambi the deer, you know, she never crossed me. She met all my expectations. She know that I hate liars and all that, you know, and she never really lied to me. And that's can keep you from cutting ties. And then, and like you said, DJ, it's just good with just building trust. So, you know, make sure that you watch out for stuff like that. And bullet point 6, now this can help you build a solid foundation now. So remember, we dealt with the toxic relationships. We dealt with the unhealthy attachments. We dealt with when people want you to sacrifice yourself for the greater good. Now we got to a point where, you know, this is why you don't want to cut these type of people off, because you're building healthy relationships. Now we have an open communication. Now we at a point where we're building now a solid foundation that we had this open communication.
Oh, yeah.
So run us with this one, DJ.
Oh, yeah. And people need this because, like, what it does is, like, it basically, like, helps you resolve. First of all, it helps you resolve conflicts more effectively.
So how does it help you like solve conflicts more effectively though?
Basically, like if you got that solid foundation, like whatever conflict comes your way, you'll be able to handle it by having multiple solutions for that particular problem.
That's hard right there, and I like that because like when you can keep dating other people and be open about who you're mainly dating, it can only like intensify things more to build like a solid foundation. So if I'm let's say like now I'm single. I just got over a breakup now. Now I'm in the dating market. And some people like dating apps, some people go out and meet people. And that's how I meet this nice young lady, you know. She's like, are you seeing anybody? Well, like I say, hey, well, like right now I'm openly dating. You know what I'm saying? So basically, like I'm taking applications right now, but I haven't found that one person where I could say, okay, let's date with a purpose. Because now, if I'm at a point where we had 3 or 4 or 5 dates, you know what I'm saying? Now, you know, we kind of building some chemistry. We have an open communications about things. Some things we're on the same page about, and we have a lot more in common. And then some things now, let's say as we progress like 2 months into the relationship, and we're building a solid foundation. Of course, that's when I feel like, you know, okay, let's get more exclusive with this. So let's date with a purpose. Like, let's date with this intended to be a relationship.
So I know a lot of people do that nowadays.
Yeah, but you have to kind of walk yourself to these things slow, because,
absolutely,
man, and I'm going to give y'all a brief story, man. You should see the people that I deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people want you to just, man, I just got your number like 20 minutes ago. How 3 days later we in a relationship? Like, no, like, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? But people move from A to Z real quick, but you don't know nothing about this person. They could be a serial killer, a mass murderer. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could be FOMO. But that's what it is, because people paying attention to the status and what you have and where they think that you're going to, but they don't see the hard work that you put in. So it's always a fear of missing out. So you always got to, I tell people this, man, before I kick the bucket to DJ. Oh, he got money. He got this or she got this. That's cool, because you should date somebody that has something to bring to the table and that could create value. But that's not your money, fool. So if he decide to pack his bags up and say, I'm done with this, I'm leaving, you ain't got nothing because you solely dependent on him. Or you solely dependent on her. So now you got nothing.
We're trying to every in your power to stop you, though.
So that's why someone try to trap you, or something like having a baby gonna make you stay. Yeah, you know, like, okay, yeah, you can put them on child support and all that, but you're just putting them into your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not gonna make a man stay.
Nope.
Trust me, I'm a man. I know if that man want to leave, that man gonna leave. Or same thing with that young lady. If she got her mind made up and she lined up your replacement, if she want to leave,
oh, she gone.
She gonna leave. And I'm gonna tell you the quickest story real quick. But okay. DJ, I want you to take us on with this.
All right, I got you.
This dude was in the same store we was in. came up to me and said, you know, I like your beard when it's real shaped up and everything, when I'm really crispy. You know, chopping it up with me and everything. I said, like, is you here with anybody? She's like, nah, you know, well, yeah. I said, who? She's like, my man, but he around the store somewhere. She snatched my phone and hurry, but I put my number in her phone real quick. So they go to show you, like, some people ain't about nothing. And I deleted it because I ain't like that dirty. But they go to show you that people ain't about nothing.
Nah, man.
Hypergamy is real.
It is.
Especially when you're not doing nothing.
It's real. No, but basically, what a solid foundation also does is it builds resilience, bro. So you could be able to handle ups and downs in the world, like your situation, bro.
Yeah. No, seriously, bro. Like,
And mine too.
And yours too, bro.
cause man, I'm going through it at work. I'm going through it with Bambi the deer.
Uh-huh.
She's stressing me out. But now let's flip this again. This is fun.
Oh yeah.
What to do instead of cutting people off. So people want to know, well, then what do I do then? Instead of just cutting people off, because some people get crazy, cut them off. You're never going to see the end of me. I'm never letting you go. Like,
It'll slash your tires and
get real
everything,
crazy. Like, ah, you go crazy. And then one girl, she's like, you're putting a knife in my heart, Alan. Like, go crazy.
She crazy.
So,
I remember those days.
yeah, crazy as a mud. So this is what you want to do then. So instead of cutting people off, DJ, let's talk about establishing boundaries.
What establishing boundaries basically does is like it let the people know like where you stand and what you will or will not tolerate.
It's true. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say, you know, like you have to have an open communication with this person and let them know, like, hey, these are my boundaries. This is what I like. This is what I don't like. And when you set clear boundaries in your relationship, whether it's romantic, platonic, it also protects your well-being at all times. So if they say, well, you didn't ever, hey, now, remember I told you in the beginning, this is just only platonic. This is not nothing serious. So you can't do nothing but get mad at yourself because what I did, I had an open communication with you. And I told you the truth and I kept it real. Now, if this is going to be romantic, then you have to protect your well-being by still doing what? Establishing boundaries.
Absolutely.
Like, this is what we can do in this relationship. It's like, this is what I'm open to. This is what I'm not open to. You know what I'm saying? And y'all got to have at least some similar goals or else it's not going to go anywhere.
Absolutely. And what you want to do, like when you establish your boundaries, is like set the boundary early, man. And when you set it, and when it's broken, like set up the consequences for it to be broken, and stick to that.
Stick to it. Oh, man, I like that you mentioned that because when people see that they can get away with it once or twice, then that's when the disrespect starts to come.
Absolutely.
So let's say, for an example, if we at a fancy dinner and we had a fancy outing, nice little party, upscale, everything going well, and you're out there getting drunk, acting like you have no sense now whatsoever. I'm going to tell you about yourself. I'm going to say, hey, look, remember in the beginning I told you this is what I like and this is what I don't like. I'm all for fun and everything, but you embarrassed yourself and you embarrassed me tonight because I'm representing you like you represented me. So if I embarrassed you, I want you to tell me, hey, Al, I didn't like your behavior tonight. Because you cried the whole time about this, that's Y, Z. Because y'all say I cry more than LeBron James. I'm the biggest crybaby at work, but, that changed a little bit, but still. But, like, let's say, you got real drunk, you telling some of our business, you fronting, you know what I'm saying, you dancing all wild and stuff. I got to let you know what it was. Like, hey, this is what I liked about your behavior. This is what I did not like about your behavior tonight. And I told you from the beginning, this is what I would not tolerate. So for that, you know what I'm saying, like, I just think it's best that, we just have a little space for a minute. So you can clear your head and have chance to reflect on the situation and see if this is even still worth to pursuing. And you got to stick to your guns because when you do that, either he or she will respect you next time.
Absolutely.
And then let's talk about bullet point 8, communication.
Okay.
So let's flip this into communicate though.
Okay.
So now, what should a person do instead of cutting a person off? Should they communicate, DJ?
Basically, like talk openly about your feelings and thoughts on a particular subject or based on your thoughts and your feelings that you have towards something.
So when I say discuss your needs and feelings for the other person in the relationship, what I mean by like improve the dynamic needs that need to be changed. So improve the perimeters of your relationship. So you can say, hey, look, I don't like that you're not being open with me enough. I understand that you've been hurt. You don't want to let people in and all that, but sweetheart, I'm not here to hurt you. I'm here to try to make you better. I'm here to help you gain, not take from you. You know what I'm saying? So if we can't communicate and we can't be truthful with each other, then what do we have here?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because I can't do this alone. You can't do this alone. It's going to take a team effort, because how can I help you solve your problems, or how can I help you feel better, or how do I know what's going on personally in your life if you're not communicating with me?
Absolutely. And like, you also want to, like, when it comes down to when you want to communicate, is basically like share personal things about yourself so you can earn the trust of that person.
Yeah.
And you can establish a connection as well.
And you know, that's what I used to be guilty at in the past. And now that I done got a little mature, wiser, you know, like I always throw things out there by myself that, you know, hey, look, I struggle with this, or, you know, I need to get better in this area, you know, and I have a problem with addiction to winning. You know what I'm saying? So
You really do.
you know, like if it's not perfect, or, you know, we're not number one, I can't sleep, and I really have a problem. So, you know, this is what I struggle with. And then she can say what she struggled with, and then we could talk about the things that we could do to help each other. And then, which is bring me to bullet point 9. When you feel like, you know what I'm saying, like everything's not going right, but you don't want to cut that person off, DJ, how can a person evaluate the relationship?
What you want to do is just like analyze the dynamic of the relationship first, to see where you stand on the priority list.
So ask yourself this, man. Y'all going through it. I had a big fight. Y'all always fighting all the time. Now it's getting to the point where it's getting silly over negative things. Just get this real dumb. You have to ask yourself, like, list some things in your mind that can determine if this relationship is truly worth saving, or is it just time to, you know, hey, I just got to let this thing go. Like, it ran its course. You know, that's what you have to do. You know, like, you have to really just sit back and say, man, you know, this is what I like about this person. This is what I'm not liking about this person. And when it's the negative outweighs the positive, it's not worth it. And I'll tell you in a minute, like, I can't tell you what to do, but just in my opinion, and that's only what I would do if I was in this situation, because all you're going to do is just keep emotionally damaging yourself, and you're going to keep making yourself emotionally stressed and not happy.
Absolutely.
And that's not having good emotional intelligence. Like, you have to just really let that person go.
Absolutely. And what evaluating the relationship also does is it basically helps you understand your relationship and what direction you should take to move forward.
Exactly. So let's say, you know, like, you know, I got to the stage. Counseling's not working. We did everything that, you know what I'm saying, we possibly can do. And, you know, it's just to the point where, you know, it ran its course. And, you know, like, I had that one last open dialogue. And you say, you know, I really want to say this relationship, but you have to ask yourself, as well as you asking them, are you willing to change? Not change everything about yourself, but changing things for the greater good of the relationship. Now, when you feel like, you know, you did all the changing that you can do, and this person's still not willing to compromise, end it. And bullet point 10, I will tell you in a minute, prioritize your peace.
Oh, this is important, man.
Why is this important, DJ?
Because, like, when you lose your peace and you let people knock you off your center, you give them control over you.
Well, you know, because you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your instincts, right? You have to prioritize your peace and well-being that allows more of an authentic connection and like a more positive connection. So when you prioritizing your peace and you like, hey, look, you know what? I'm not tolerating none of that tonight because, you know, I could focus better. Like, I have a lot of stuff I have to do, and the last thing I want to do is sit there and argue with you. So let me prioritize my peace and protect my own sanity, because stress can drive you crazy. Like, you could lose your mind.
Yep.
Just constantly keep arguing and fighting all day. Like, man, like, that's not cool. It's not healthy. And I've been through that 3-4 years ago. Like, it's unhealthy, bro. You
It
know what I'm
is.
saying? It's like, dude, like I didn't even do nothing. It was times when Will would be like, Dirt, he really didn't do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's just more, it's just too stressed. So
Arguing on your birthday. I'm like, dang.
yeah,
Man.
you know, like
Man.
going through it on your birthday, man. And you know, like the birthday supposed to be the happiest time in your life.
Absolutely.
And you know, you have to ask yourself, like, is this relationship even worth saving? And sometimes like, I have to put myself as a priority. So sometimes I say when I say, like, you know, you're not wrong for putting yourself first. You have to put yourself first. You should put yourself first. Because how can you be better for anybody else if you're not good for yourself?
Absolutely.
So it makes you more authentic. And then, like, it makes sure I have a more positive outcome and positive connection. And when she's willing to compromise and get on board with you, then that's what you could do instead of, like, cutting people off. Just have these open conversations, have these open dialogues, have these healthy boundaries with expectations. Not expectations to the point where you're like, ooh, I don't want to date this person. You got too many rules. No. Just, you know, like the general. Like, you know, I won't disrespect you. I'm not going to let you disrespect me. Don't put your hands on me. I won't put my hands on you. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me as a grown adult and I'll do the same, even when I'm mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are just, like, realistic expectations.
Absolutely. No, but basically, like, what peace does is it basically helps you stay calm in any type of situation.
Yeah, because, like, I want to tell people, and we need to do a show on that, and I
Yeah.
will, on emotional intelligence. Because
Yeah.
when you have emotional intelligence, even if you had 10 people out there saying bad things about you, you're not too quick to respond. You play your game. You play chess, not checkers. Oh, man, no, cool. I know that ain't true about me. So why would I go out there and go defend something that I know ain't true about me? It just make me look more guilty.
Absolutely.
You know, like, it helped me make more smarter decisions, and it builds tough skin. You won't let nothing be able to get to you. So without further ado, DJ, let's give them the Allen and DJ's final thought. So what's your final thought when you want to tell people when cutting people off is necessary?
Basically, when it comes down to cutting people off, you have to deal with it from a case to case basis, and based on, like, whatever case that you're going through. Like, sometimes it's great to cut people off, but sometimes all those situations don't cause you to do that. Like, sometimes you can adjust everything in the relationship by establishing boundaries early, and also by getting rid of toxic people in the relationship, or by even, like, basically just evaluating where you stand in the relationship, so you could be able to maneuver through life or maneuver through other relationships as well.
Oh, fair enough, man. You know, like, I just say, you know, if anything toxic, man, just don't deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Because all it's going to do is bring you down and not even get you in trouble. That's how domestic violence happen, all that good stuff. And just, you know, it just becomes unhealthy. Especially that's when you start losing yourself, and, you know, you don't want to do that. What you want to do is build healthy relationships. You know what I'm saying? You want to have open communication if you have a problem about anything. And then you want your guys sound, you know, your foundation needs to be so strong that it's like a brick house. So if a storm stand against it, it ain't moving. So somebody try to tell you about your significant other, nah, I know my girls. Hey, my girl ain't rolling like that. Or you could say, ladies out there, nah, I know my man. My man ain't moving like that. Nah, we good over here. You know what I'm saying? And then, if you don't want to cut people off, then what you got to do is just have just communicate. You know, like, you got to have a discussion. And then, you know, before you make a sound decision, make sure you evaluate everything in that relationship that's going on, and always make yourself a priority. And when you do that, you just became the very best version of yourself. Now, this is the Allen and DJ Show. You can find the Allen and DJ Show at gmail.com. If you have any questions about what you want us to talk about next, you can find the Allen and DJ Show on Facebook on our fan page, and the Allen and DJ Show on YouTube. Subscribe. Trust me. It's the best content in the world, man. Get involved. Then, you know, you got my boy William J. Smith, best in-house producers. If y'all got some shows to be produced soon, talk to him. He doing his thing. You can find him, William J. Smith, on Instagram and Facebook. And yours truly, Alan Hutchinson, on Instagram and Facebook. Until next time, man. Cut people off when it's just necessary to. You don't got time for the mess. Because you're trying to protect your peace and stay well, stay healthy.
Peace.
Ew.